Yo, let me make sure this thing's on here. Hello. I think so. I think it's going through. Nice. Morning, babes. Afternoon for some, almost afternoon for me. How's it going? I'm turning things around. Hello, Hype Train. Damn. Crispy, thank you so much for the sub. 33 months. That's actually kind of insane. Plot with the sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello, Plot. Hello, Crispy. Hello, Stokus. Hello, Snap. I was sitting here wondering, like, man, did I not set my thing up properly? Because Snap didn't have an intro sound, but this is just a totally different account for Snap. I'm looking at it. Your account, Snap, is like 5 months old. It looks like you ended up making a whole new one. So you lost some stuff, it looks like, I think. Ooh. Hey, hello, Cyan. Good morning, noon. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay, well, hey, the sounds definitely are still working, and they're still in effect, right? Hello, Dark Hearts. Hope we can get back to mine. All the babes are gathering. Time for a life update. So, I mean, yeah, we'll dive into that. We'll get in there. Babes, good to see, good to hear ya. I've just got this, little game going on in the background. This is what I do when I'm like doing homework and junk. It's called Space Idle on Steam. It's free. I love me an idle game because idle games numbers go burr, right? So I'm all about that. But how are you guys? What's new? What are you guys up to? It is Easter weekend. We have Easter Sunday tomorrow. Some people don't do Easter, you know, that's fine. I think we might do something, but you know, it's still just my wife and kiddos here, so it'll be small time, low key. Pretty sure you heard about it. Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's definitely a little bit more longer term than I expected. It's an idle game. It kind of just runs in the background, does its thing. Still working at the thrift store, but do you like it? Do you like it, Crispy? That's the question. Are you having a good time with it?
Hey, Adora.
Oh, hey, Adora. It's been a while. Hello. Howdy, howdy. Apparently, people gift each other for Easter, so I have nothing. Do they? Is gift giving a thing on Easter? The only thing I know on Easter is like when we're doing like Easter baskets and eggs and that sort of thing. It's more of like another excuse, I guess, to like get together with family and have like a family gathering. That's basically what it is, like a family gathering. You eat food together, that sort of thing. Hello. You know, some eggs for the kiddos, for them to run around and find like the plastic ones and stuff. Last night my dog attempted to murder me, made me trip. And now my limbs are in agony. Oh, that's rough. Good news is that I had time to finish a comic run. Oh. Haven't gifted anyone anything for Easter in my 21 years of living. My last month of vet specialization training, bestie. Oh my goodness. You want to be a main manager soon at the thrift store? That's good. Congrats on that too, Stokus. You're doing vet specialization. In our family, it's 1 egg per person. That sounds strangely dystopian, Adora. You are allowed 1 egg, no more. If you take more, they will know. Small Polish tradition. I mean, you could do whatever, right? Onion, my beloved, how are you? You could do whatever you guys want to at Easter, right? Like, that's what I tell people. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving, or, oh, Valentine's Day, not my holiday. Like, a lot of people seem to forget, like, we're adults. We can kind of just do whatever the hell we want to. We can make today a holiday if we wanted to. I wouldn't, because it's right next to Easter. But, you know, we can kind of just do whatever we want, which is essentially like what the Bay Brigade anniversary is, right? It's like, that's just kind of like a thing that's special to us. It doesn't have to be special to anybody else. You get to just make your own rules. You guys could just do whatever you want. It's crazy. I have filter chat on, and apparently Babe is censored. That's funny. Oh, you better turn that off immediately. That's crazy. Doing well, Onion? How you guys doing? I'm doing so good, bestie. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good today. We'll talk a little bit about it. I have this in the background while I suck the floor for schmutz. Yeah, get that schmutz. Get it, babe. Get it, babe. Yeah, so today it's going to be like a little bit of a shorter stream for me today. And my plan was to throw this up on YouTube as well. You know, kind of just let me edit some video. Not really edit. I mean, I'm just going to throw it in there. Maybe chop some bits. Or maybe I won't do anything at all. Maybe I'll just open up my video editor because I haven't done it in so long. But just kind of get my eyes and hands back on those programs again. This isn't like a, hey guys, I'm back. We're doing this, that, and the other. Not by a long shot. It's one of those updates. Kind of just a bit of a check-in, right? Hi, YouTube. Man, so yeah, this is for all the people out there who care enough to be interested, but don't care enough to join the Babe Brigade. For those of you watching right now and you're not in the Babe Brigade, I mean... why'd you click on this video, right? Are we friends? Are we not friends, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm sure there's like that middle ground. Some people are like, oh, this isn't Monster Hunter. This isn't a Monster Hunter video. Skip. Oh, this isn't the next episode of DBD Random Perks. Skip. But for some people, it'll be good enough. And for everybody else, I mean, it's not like I've just disappeared off the face of the internet. I don't know who could do that. Like, we've been around. So join the Babe Brigade Discord. Check it out. Come meet your new besties, that sort of thing. Like, for a lot of the people here in this stream, this isn't new. This isn't new to anybody, right? Like, this is just us having that chat again. We do have an ad break coming up in like 20 seconds, though. Sorry, I have no control over that. Let me see. I'm going to catch up with chat here a little bit. Speaking of DBD, you caved? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, Wolfie, thank you so much for the sub, bro. Hey, guys, for everybody subbing to me, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It goes a long way. I like it. I punched my keyboard for this message. Amazing. I hope your keyboard's still in one piece there. But an ad is about to drop. And then once that ad is done, we'll circle back because I want to make sure that like we're having conversations with the people who came here for conversations. DBD... yeah, you caved. I caved the other day too. I caved a while ago, actually. I had like not played DBD for like 2 straight months, and I had it uninstalled from my desktop. I was just like, this is it, dude. I'm done. And I uninstalled it, and then in a moment of weakness, like 1 month later from that 2-month break, I re-downloaded it again, but I didn't play it. I had a moment of weakness. I was like, man, I'm gonna re-download this game. And then I got caught up doing something else or something, whatever. And I didn't end up playing it. And then that went on for like another month. And then I finally played it with Josh and Serenity the other day. And yeah, it's just his ass. It's just his ass. The game gives too much control for people. Like if you go on a DBD and you want to ruin someone's day, you can just do that scot-free. And they don't care. So it's tough. It's tough to love that game.
Hello.
Wolfie. Money saving to do? Yeah, babe, save your money. The toxic ex you keep coming back to. Yeah, it's definitely up there. Hey, Comet, I hate ads. Hey, babes, don't forget, like, our ads, I have them turned down as low as I possibly can go without Twitch, like, crucifying me, so it should just be 30-second ads. Like, actually, I think the ads are done now, and it should be good for, like, a hot minute for, like, another hour, right? But welcome in, Comet. Good to see you. How have y'all been? Thank you for that gifted sub, by the way. Plot to Dark Hearts. Very sweet, very cute. Me win ad. One time I had a 3-minute of ad for no reason. Not on this channel. Not on this channel, Comet. On somebody else's channel. Here's the thing, right? Streamers can choose how they want their ads to be. Yeah, not this channel. Streamers choose that. By default, I believe it is a 3-minute ad. So, I believe, like, that's just kind of how it is. But I have it turned all the way down because the reality of it is that 3-minute disruption is just not worth anybody's, like, what? A couple of pennies I'll get for revenue? Like, that could literally be someone's make or break participation for that stream. And that's not good for you. That's not good for me as a streamer. And that's not good for me as a person, because then it's like, well, now you're like in a pissed off mood. Like maybe you came in, you're like, oh, Zero's at this best part or something like that. It's just not worth it. It's garbage. I wish I could turn it off completely if I could, because y'all are really very kind and respectful with everything when it comes to like subbing. And I mean, that's great. I love subs because emotes and stuff like that. But the ads, I wish I could turn them off. It won't let me. Adora does 3 minutes. Every streamer's the captain of their own ship. I turn mine down. Mine is 30 seconds every hour. And that's the lowest of low I can turn it. I do have a button where I can like push it to like give us immunity, but I forget about it a lot of times. Life's been average. Y'all been good? Life's been great. Life's been great. So let's start. Let's start here. I'm just playing my little idle game here. Let's switch gears. Dude, I promise I know how to do this. Hold on. Pow! What up, babes? Good to see ya. Looking good. All right. One of those things I'd like to change this in the future, but like this layout, I like this. I like the coffee date. But you know, this coffee date icon, if you guys remember when we did it, it was for the vending machine for the snack pack team when we were a part of that. I made this with the idea that we would have like these conversations and things like that. So it was coffee date. And the thing about the vending machine was we had like different fruits and foods with like faces on it. So that coffee cup has got a little face on it or whatever. I think that's just some picture from the internet. All right, I don't take ownership of that. It's just fucking whatever. Who cares? But specifically, that little piece of tape down there with Zeroic. That was the part that was supposed to change. So it was going to say with so-and-so, with this person, with that person. And you know, that just never made it off the ground floor. So I'm like, well, you know, this is cute. This is fun. This is nice. I like this. So this is what this is, and all that remains now at this point. But I got me a Red Bull. Ooh. Haven't seen bro's face since a year ago, it feels. Bless. Yeah, it's been a hot minute, man. It's been a hot minute. Ugh. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to like... I want you guys to talk to me, but I also want to talk to you, and it's like I don't want to miss chat a little bit. Wolfang started Ozempic. Interesting. I can't say I personally agree, but you know, it's a start. So I don't even know what Ozempic is really. It's like a weight loss drug, right? Or like a shots or something like that. And you know, losing the weight, great. However, it's money, right? It's going to cost you money. And then you're not building habits out of it exactly. So maybe you'll get the weight off. How long are you going to keep it off? Or are you just going to take whatever the Ozempic is for the rest of your life? That's like the big concern there. So that's like my concern. It's like, I'm a gluttonous bastard, all right? Like, I just had a cheeseburger before I went live here today. So it's one of those things like, oh, yeah, I lost the weight. If I'm just going to keep eating the same and I don't change my eating habits or what I eat and everything like that, then we'll be back to square one. Oh. Pandem, hello. Diabetic medicine and weight loss. Yes. Okay, Wolfie. So Laura actually just brought that up to me. She was like, it's also something that can manage diabetes. I had no idea about that. So that being said, that my opinion, ignorant. I am now educated. Thank you for that. And you know, you ultimately do what's best for you, right? My diabetic numbers have been fucked for years. 2-point museum. Wow. Don't get in routine and self-discipline with eating, you will instantly gain it back. Yeah, and that's the thing. Then you'll be out of money, then you'll be sad again and everything like that. It's a whole thing, so. But I digress. The last time we streamed, and I'm pulling this information from the Babe Brigade under the Babe Ambassador Live section, was November 29th, 2025. That's crazy. So it's been like, what? December, we're in March. It's been like a little over, what was that? Like 4 months? It's been like 4 months. Have you guys just not been watching Twitch? I mean, that's okay, right? I don't watch Twitch. If y'all know good streamers, you know, maybe if I got free time, I'll check them out, but ultimately, man, my schedule is so chaotic and so busy. I've been watching a different streamer. That's okay. As long as they treat you good and you're having good conversation, yeah, that's okay. That's okay, man. That's okay. Just know that your boy's here for you through thick and thin, okay, Comment? All right? It's okay that you're like a cheater and a fake friend. Like, I forgive you. I forgive you for like seeing other streamers and stuff like that. It's fine. Whore. I'm shitting with you. But yeah, no, that's good. Watch other streamers, man. It's cool. Like, who am I, right? Who am I to be like, oh, how dare you? I haven't been live in like 4-5 months. Math, right? Crazy. But, you know, that being said, for me, in my opinion, right, when people go out to find streamers, first they find somebody who's doing something interesting in a game they like. Because I've seen streamers that like have like a decent personality, but they're not doing something I like or anything, and it's hard for me to connect on that level. Likewise, I've seen people doing games that I adore, and then it's like, man, they've got like kind of a poo-poo personality, and it's hard to make that connection personally. So just make sure that you find somebody who's treating you right, essentially. Chocoball vending machine. Oh, Chocoball. I read that as Chocoball. I'm thinking of Chocobos now. Final Fantasy. I like bullying the streamer I watch when he uses the wrong move in Pokemon. Oh. Hello, Alex. That fucking freaked me out. I thought I was having a stroke, man. So, yeah. Let's dive into it. We're 20 minutes in. I kind of want to cover through a lot of the meat of things because I am just going to upload this video straight up to YouTube because I haven't touched my YouTube in a while either. But Alex, good to see you. I find it hard to connect with the streamer called Zeroic. Helped him with the game and he called me a witch and he made me sad. You cheated, Adora. I don't want to hear that shit. You fucking, there's no way. You just came in randomly and you helped. You cheated. You were like, I know the answer. I digress, right? My schedule, babes, is busy. It's dying down a little bit. Let's start from the beginning. Me, your boy, Zeroic. For those of you who watch me on YouTube or anything, the guy that plays Monster Hunter that you want me to upload more Monster Hunter. Yeah, me, same guy, right? So, I've been super busy. Got a job. Proceeded to quit that job, got a new job, great job. I'm graduating from college, and I'm getting my associate's degree. I've already got it, actually. I've started taking classes now for a bachelor's that I'm doing. So between my job and finishing up some school classes, my wife is now taking classes, you know, so it's one of those things where, like, if she's getting involved with things and doing things, like, I need to kind of be there for the kiddos and, you know, me working as well, right? So, a job. It's a great job. It's a great job. I'm very happy. For, like, full transparency, right? It's, I'm getting my degree at my college. Love my college. I've been heavily involved with many things inside the college. And I'm now working for the college, and I'm putting my degree to work. It has nothing to do with my major, right, which was welding. I'm a welder. And I can't translate these people skills into a welding field, so it's like I'm putting that degree to work in other ways. So, great times. I'm getting a bachelor's instead. For those of you who are unfamiliar with college terms, it goes associate's degree, then your bachelor's, then your master's, then your doctorates. I'm going now for level 2, I guess you can call it, bachelor's degree. From there, we'll see. It's too early to say. I might be interested in going for a master's as well. We'll have to see, but that's what's going on. But beyond that, I'm heavily involved with the school and everything like that, but my time as a student at that school is coming to an end. And when I say that, that means a lot of the extracurricular stuff that I was involved with, like it's New Year's starting up, new things are happening, you know, like my time has just come to an end as far as that concerned. So it's one of those things that are sad and great at the same time, in that it's going to open up a lot of opportunity of free time for me. But my wife is now going to school and she's doing her thing. And fun fact about me working at the college now is that my immediate family members get 75% off of their college tuition. So my wife is getting 2 classes. For now, she's going to have to take like 10 something classes, and her bill of like 1,000 something was cut down to like $200. Just like that. Just because of the benefits of me working there now. So it's a good job. It's a good job. And that's crazy too. Is that for like your grant? So then she applies for grant. She applies for a grant, you know, to help, something that we have here in America to help pay for college. And then anything extra goes right into her pocket. So she's basically getting paid to go to college at this point. Like her classes are covered, everything like that. Not to mention the things that I was doing. We have created such an opportunity for my wife to go out, and she's been meeting people too. And it's like, oh, you're Jacob's wife and everything like that. And it's like, oh yeah, wonderful. And then she's been making friends. She's been getting her face out there, and she's going to be following in that same sort of thing that I was doing, because I was part of an exclusive like thing where we met with like our president monthly. And it's also a paid position, $1,000 per semester, or $2,000 if you're in a lead position, right? Hello, Rose. Good to see you. So it's one of those things now where it's like Laura has the opportunity to do all the exclusive things that I've done, but she's got so many advantages now in that she's getting started before I did. Like I was already a year into my school before like something clicked with me. I was like, I'm going to put myself out there a little bit more. And then everything kind of changed. So now she's able to do all of that earlier, and with the advantage that people already know her as well. So hopefully we'll keep you posted. I'm hoping that she will be eligible to be a role, same organization that I'm now leaving. She'll be the next generation, but I'm hoping that she'll be more in a leadership position as well. So with that being said, you know, she is going to school. She's going to be doing extracurricular things. I work at the school, which means even though I'm out of it as a student perspective, I'm still going to have a lot of opportunities, and honestly, probably a lot of cases where I'm going to get involved again as well. So my classes, my free time is not free per se. This me being live right now, it's more of like an update with what's going on with me and everything like that. There is an eventual light at the end of the tunnel, right, where I can be like, all right, boys, we're gonna hook up a schedule. We're gonna hit this streaming thing running, and you know, I hope to work at my job for many years to come, and that's something that, along with my job, I'll squeeze this onto, and we'll figure it out from there. But as far as like, oh, is Zero coming back to do streams and stuff? No, not yet. Taking order under someone sounds like a pain. It depends, Pandem. It depends, right? Like, are you just talking about a job in general? Because I think we've all had a job before where we had to work under somebody who was like, dude, you suck, man. But I can genuinely say, like, my boss, my supervisor, is somebody who is, I don't even see him as a boss anymore. He's more of like a mentor to me at this point, I feel. And he's been very flexible with me and being home with my family and doing the extracurricular things, because I'm a student and employee now. So he's been very flexible with me attending these things that I'm doing before I finish up with my student roles. So it's one of those things. Any job is dog water, but the job is what we need. So here's the thing, right? A job is a job, right? And that's like the difference between like a job and a career. You know, like it's up to us as individuals to find a place that we're happy, essentially. Work's all about the benefits. I'll tell you guys that. That's it. If that's your takeaway today, work is all about the benefits. You got to figure out what's good for your lifestyle, where you're at in life, and who you are. Any job you work is going to pay you. The money stays the same, but the things that come with it are great. So for me, I'm working at the college now as somebody who connects with other adults and tells them, hey, you know, it's time to go back to school and everything like that. And that's something I'm very passionate about because I know what my school's done for me, so I know what it can do for them, right? So I'm very passionate about that. The people I work with are wonderful. It's something that it took me a little bit of getting used to because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to being in a job role like that where I'm not surrounded by people who are dickheads, for lack of a better word. I mean, we've all been there, right? So it's one of those things. Later comment, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's one of those things like you're going to have to take orders, you're going to have to take direction. It can be a good thing too, because it's like, I would hate to go somewhere and like be the person in charge and I don't know what I'm doing. So it's just, it depends on that person. It depends on you as a person. You know, even if you guys are two great people, maybe you guys just don't click or anything like that. Or a lot of times some people are in a position of leadership where they should not be in a position of leadership, or they need to be more properly trained and worked with people a little bit more. Ninja Bill, just quit my job a couple months back and I've never felt better. 7 years of BS is over. Damn. I mean, that's something, right? But yeah, like I had a job. For those of you, again, in the Discord, join the Babe Brigade, you'd hear all about this. I was working a job, and it was cool. It was fine. It was supposed to be temporary. Oops, right? I did such a great job. They wanted to keep me. So after that job was done, I was like, sure, you know, whatever, we'll stay a little bit. The job switched gears into a different role that I was no longer a fan of. And man, the people there were some good people. You know, there were some good people, but there was also just some people, it's like, why are you working here if you're just so unhappy, right? And it just kind of made me unhappy. So it was a third shift job though. And I was still taking classes for my associate's degree. So it got to a point where I had to like email my professor and like, dude, I can't do it. I'm so whooped. I cannot survive, because it added up. Like I had times where I went to class and then I had extracurricular events, like I mentioned, and then it was straight to work in order to work all night until 6 a.m. and then I had class again. And there were some times and some opportunities where they just had a vicious chain reaction to each other, where it was just so close together. It wasn't always. That wasn't like always the schedule, but there were some times where like I was needed, and it was just close enough to create a chain link where it's like you just can't sleep. And it got to the point where I had to cancel my class, and I had this big discussion with my wife, and it's like, we can't do this no more. Like, as soon as it got to a point where, like, my class was suffering and the school and everything, I was like, no, it's out. I don't care. We'll be fine. We'll make it work. There's always a better way. And that was that. And it was great. It was great. It was great. It was wonderful. And I was like, you know what? Damn, all this talk about my school, I kind of love my school. So I got a job. Got a job at the school. It was great. And things are going really good. So, things are going great with me. The kiddos, I'm still around. I'm still playing games when I can. Saturdays, today, is a day that I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise, actually, with Josh and Serenity. They're a little bit busy today, which is also great because last week at work has just been really hectic. I've got homework to do today. I've got homework to do tomorrow, and then it repeats. I'm still in that mix. But man, I felt really good today and last night, right? Many would have faulted earlier. Man, let me tell you, Ninja Bill. Jumping off topic a little bit, right? Like, I remember I was like in a really, really low point, and I got a therapist. All right. I don't know if you guys have therapists or anything like that, but get yourself a therapist. And I can tell you right now, my therapist was ass. I didn't like it. I was one of those people who were like, man, I don't need a therapist. Like, what are they going to do? Like, what? Give me a few words or something? Now, to give my therapist some credit, they did give me like some resources and things like that. That was okay. It was just like honestly like little breadcrumbs or whatever. But like our conversations, I was just like, man, you're not good at this. And in that way though, right, Pandem? In that way that my therapist was just bad, it made me realize, wow, nobody is going to save me but me. I'm trying this therapy thing out. They're not doing a good job. It's up to me from here. So I went back to school. And then the rest, here we are, right? So in a way, I guess my therapist helped me in realizing that they're not going to help me. It's a very weird thing. It's like nobody is going to save you but you. If you guys want change, it's up to you to do that. Shadow, hello. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. I'm going on rants right now. Local streamer locks in and makes life his bitch. Honestly, I with everything that's been busy, I've got a really like great job and everything like that, and the job isn't going anywhere, right? The hours are a little bit flexible and everything like that. We'll have to talk more about that at a different time. But the other things I'm doing, they're being worked on, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, the job's not really going anywhere. Like, I plan to be there as long as I possibly can. But everything else, it's being worked on. So I now have my associate's degree. I'm technically, I have it. I'm technically doing the ceremony part next month. And then that'll be that. But I've already started taking classes towards the bachelor's. And that's something that I'm working on right now. Once I get the bachelor's, I mean, I think we'll see. I'll have a discussion. I want to have a discussion, see what that looks like. My wife says that going for a master's is going to be like insanely expensive, like more than what any of this is, which I don't know. If it is, then no, we're not doing all that, right? Because, I mean, going from no degree to bachelor's, that's huge enough. I'm good. I waited to say anything because I knew the sound cue would play. Bless, bless, bless. So, I'm getting a phone call. I'm not answering it. Nope. Sorry, y'all. This is Stream's time, not your time, whoever that person is. Got a Jet 2 business picking up. See you later, man. See you. See you, Crispy. My microphone like disconnected. Did you guys hear that? What the hell? I think we're good. Yeah, my mic just died. I don't know if you guys heard that. It went boop, boop, boop. Like it just straight up disconnected. That was weird. But, yeah. There are some really good jobs out there. You just got to find them. And I could tell you right now, it's one of those things where, shoot, I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But like going back to school really helped. It's hard for me to kind of sell that per se, because schools are different. And I really think that my school has something magical going on about it. So once you go back to school, you get a degree or something like that. You make that degree work for you. And I'm working my degree for something that was not even my major. So that kind of wraps up like what's going on with me with life and everything like that. But I just recently, like in the past couple of days, like it's not going to be classy of me to like go on to the floor. Some of you know, some of you don't know, right? But like just recently there's been a thing happened with our community, and man, it feels like such a weight has been lifted. Like seriously, like it would be very distasteful for me to go into deeper details on that whole thing, but when we're running our community and everything like that, you know, lots of love and everything, lots of investments in different projects, we'll say, I guess you could say, right? And it's like not all of them work out, and it's like, okay, what do we do? How do we change this? How do we change that? And then years we've been working on, you know, what we've been doing and what makes us us. And then finally a situation happened where it's like, okay, it's dead and buried. We're putting it away, and I just feel such a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders, a weight that I didn't even know, right? It's one of those things where like I felt I was like in a bit of a dark room almost, but like it was so dark I didn't know that there was no roof above my head. It was just the sky. It was just a dark sky, and now the sun's out and it's like, wow, look at that. I how would I have known that, right? So yeah, Shadow, right? Understand what you mean? As bad as it may sound, no, it was bad in the sense that we were going over plans and like, this is what's going to happen next. This is what we can do. This is how we can handle it. And then things took a hard shift like they do sometimes. And now it's just like, I feel so good. You know, I feel so good about it, because it's like now I don't have to worry about like what issues are going to arise from this, that, or the other, you know. Now for me, right? For me, I'm Josh and Serenity give me shit all the time for it. They're like, man, you know, you're just too patient, you know. And, you know, I guess I am. And that's part of the thing that it's like one of the things that makes our community great. And it's like, if there's a resource I can exhaust, I'm going to exhaust it. I'm going to squeeze every resource I can in order to like make something work out, you know, because things change all the time. In this case, things took a change for like the absolute dog shit, which is like not ideal. You would think this is not ideal, right? But because it happened in my brain now, I can be like, yep, you're off the list. That's it. That was all I needed to do. And, you know, it stinks to a degree, but on the other degree, it's like, man, such a weight has been lifted. And I feel so good about it. Really. So fucking good. Yeah, there's a whole loop. It's been very recent. It's been very out there, right? It would be distasteful for me to talk about it publicly here on the internet, right? So I won't do that. At least not right now. You know, give it a couple months, and then maybe give it like a month. Whenever I come back, right? If that situation ever comes up, maybe we can have that discussion again, or maybe it'll get out there or anything like that. Join the Babe Brigade. Man. Amazing feeling, realizing you don't have to hate yourself for anything you don't like about your personality. You can change and improve. Yeah. So, Ninja Spill, you know, very similar to what's happening right here, what I'm talking about, right? A very big topic comes up. So this is not my first Discord community. This is not the first time I've streamed to people or anything like that. For those of you who have been with me for many years, bless you. You know, we've been through a struggle bus. And my buddy Pixels, he puts it right. He's like, you know, I think we've got a really good thing going now, because Pixels has been with me through like all of it. He's seen like where we've started back from streaming in Mixer, the people we were surrounded by, and like how it's shaped us and how we've grown from it, to the point where it's like, oh, you're like that? No, it's not going to work. We could tell right away, like, oh, this is how you behave. For like, streamers are weird, dude. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, streamers are weird. I was a weird streamer when I first started streaming. All right. And it takes time to grow from that. It's a top tier community, man. I shit you not. Not everybody can see that. And, you know, that's okay. And then that being said, we've had splits. We've made great bonds with people. We've had disagreements. You know, things happen like that. And some people will absolutely just write you off. Right. So now when I'm in a situation where somebody else like shoots themselves in a foot and I can write them off, it's such a weight lifted. You know, it's such a freeing feeling. So, you know, for those of you who were around for like the vending machine, or like when we were doing the Mixer and stuff, or like any type of split, a lot of you people are going to remember the vending machine, for example, right? That's a tough one. That wasn't my only experience, but that was a tough one, right? Like going through that process, suddenly the people in your life, I told this to Josh the other day, because we're Dark Souls fans, right? It's like, I don't know how else to explain it than they go hollow. If you guys have played Dark Souls, you kind of know what I mean, but the idea behind that is like people are fine and then something just clicks and they just lose it. They just become aggressive. They just absolutely lose their mind. And I know, I mean, silly video game term, haha, but I don't know how else to describe it, man. It's jarring almost how people will just kind of, you know, it's easier for people to point the finger at someone else than to look in the mirror. Because if they have to look in the mirror, then they have to make the changes and stuff like that. And that's put me in several positions before years ago, right? It's put me in positions where it's like, I've had to done that. I've had to look in the mirror as like, am I the problem? You know, me, Zeroic. What's going on? Let's look at the facts. Are there things I could have done better? Sure. Have I made mistakes? Absolutely. Is this something I need to change for me? And I think we're all going through life making a couple of changes here and there, right? But ultimately, I was like, no, I like me. I like who I am. I like what I do for my friends. I like what I do for the people around me. I always try to go one step beyond, right? And I try to be better. I don't want to say I'm better than other people, but if I see somebody doing something, I'm thinking to myself, how can I do it better? So if that makes sense, right? Like, you know, we're all people and stuff. And I say it too, right? It's like, what's the difference between like having an ego and confidence? And it's like, you know, you prove it. You go out there and you do stuff. So for those of you who have been a part of this channel for a while, maybe you've seen some of that firsthand and some of the things we've done, but it's like, how do I look at myself in a situation? Jesus Christ. Hello, Warhead. How do you look at yourself in a situation and you're like, no, like, this is my fault. I need to change myself and everything like that. We make changes. People make changes as they go through life. But I remember coming to that like big decision, and it's like, no, I like me. I like me. I like who I am. I like what I do, and that really helps out a lot of cases because being a streamer, interacting with other people, you know, it's one of those things where people are going to separate, and then we need to sit down and have a discussion like, what happened with so-and-so? Was it our fault? Was it their fault? Those are things we need to look at because if we did something wrong, we need to change it. Or sometimes the answer is like they've just gone hollow. They've just lost their mind. Did they get filled in already? Is it fine for me to do so privately? Shadow, if you want to, you can, because you are a community manager. If you want to talk to people about some things, you absolutely can. And, you know, we'll dive into it a little bit more in the future, but, like, you know, maybe we'll talk about it in the Bay Brigade as well, if we need to, just to, like, set the stage and everything like that, because it could be a good thing, because I don't know what's being talked about, I guess. Because I do know that, there was a mention, which was just a blatant lie. But it's going to be very easy for somebody to be told one thing and maybe they're having a bad day or something and people will take it at face value, if that makes sense. A good example of that, right? When we had our vending machine. Vending machine was a nasty split, y'all. That was fucking gross. That was a horrible moment and a little bit of a traumatic experience for many of us, right? Some people left on good terms. Many people left on bad terms, right? Some people didn't give us the time of day and they made a decision in silence. And it's one of those things too, where it's like, man, people will just make a decision and go off of that without trying to have an explanation or without trying to talk to the other side or anything like that. I want people to make decisions on things, of course, but some people are just like, nope, I like this because of that. And, that's it. Sometimes you just got to eat that L. Vending machine was rough. Not just going to go tell everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we can have a discussion at some point, I think, because Serenity brought up a good point in that if so-and-so was reached out to, then who else was being reached out to? And it's one of those things where it's like, do we have to reach out that hand to people and let them know, hey, you know, if you're concerned about anything, just ask us. But if somebody wants to take us for face value and just make a decision themselves, then that's that, you know? ultimately. The vendor bender was a thing. Yeah. Crazy shit, man. But, you know, again, that's just the life we live online, especially as a streamer. And you guys get the second hand of that, right? When we make videos, when we make content, when we stream, people come into the stream or something, you know, poor Dark Hearts, like, I'm gonna go walk my dog today. And then there's a stream, and then we meet some people, and then they just show up. People just show up, and it's like, oh, okay, this is new, right? Dark Hearts gets back from walking their dog or something, and it's like, okay, there's somebody new here. It's one of those things that we're all kind of subjected to, in a way, and that's just how it is online. But, you know, we've met some really good people here. We met some really good people online, really great people that many of you guys have connected with, I've connected with, you know, like, I'm always here to have a discussion with people. I can't connect with everybody, ultimately, you know. For some people, I'm just the TV, I'm just the entertainment for the day, for the night. But for other people, you know, you can really make some friends for life out of it, right? Bucket we ball. And not too long ago, maybe a month, less than a month, I sent everybody in the Bay Brigade. Hi Winks, how are you? I sent everybody in the Bay Brigade a survey thing. Some people gave me great responses, man. Some people gave me the bare minimum responses. Some people told me, nah, bro, I ain't even reading all that. Excellent. Some people haven't answered me. Some people started having a completely different conversation with me and didn't touch up on, like, the survey questions I was asking, like us as a community. Some people got it confused. And ultimately, it was a really positive experience. Just so you guys know, if you forgot about it, yeah. That's fine. I mean, right? Like, if you guys got nothing to say, it's not something you're being forced to do or anything like that. If you want something to say, you know, that's it. But just know that if anybody has anything to say at any time, at any point of day, send me a message. Send Joss a message. Serenity, Shadow, anybody like that. Sounds like you got a bit of serious talk going on at the moment. Can I share some big news with you real quick? No, man, we're just shooting the shit. Life update. But yes, Warhead, big news. I can already take a guess. A guess, maybe. Look at my DMs. This fucking asshole makes me read. Damn. Bro, you know I can't read. Whoa!
I won't hold it.
It hasn't been that long since we talked, have we? Has it? Warhead and Winks had a baby.
I want to hold that baby.
I was waiting for you to be like, oh, it's a pregnancy thing. But damn, the pregnancy's already, that baby's out. What the hell? Damn. Incredible. Warhead and Winks actually have a very beautiful story, so to speak, right? And I bring it up as a testament for what could be when you guys are out here on the internet making these connections. Warhead, Winks never knew each other, never met each other. And we all hung out from streaming communities. Winks was on one community. Warhead waved my banner for a little bit, right? Team Zeroic. And he was with me for years. We've played games like Dark Souls, DBD together, all kinds of things. And then, you know, our worlds connected. And we played, sadly, the game got shut down. What was it called? New World. New World we played together.
Thank you.
That Amazon game, that MMORPG, sadly got disconnected or whatever. That kind of sucks. But it was a new game. We all went into it together. Things lead from one thing to another. And what was it? I think you guys were like, hey, I know if we go up north, we're going to absolutely get our asses pushed in and our balls shit out of our ass by these enemies because it's way too high level. But I think Winks wanted to go pick a flower or something like that for like making a dye or some sort of jewel or some piece of equipment or something stupid. Like she looked it up online or something like, according to this map, we have to go all the way up north in buttfuck Egypt and get this flower. Will somebody go with me? And I'm like, nah. But Warhead went. And that was all it took. That was all it took. Went looking for a die flower. Then they bonded. Played Phasmophobia together. Probably some DBD2. Insert all your other journeys here. Then they got married. They met. They shagged. They just spit out a baby together. Holy shit. Crazy. That's... I think a lot of it too, right? Like generations growing up, people are like, oh, you can't, your online friends aren't real friends. It's like, sorry, grandpa, the future is now, you know? Like we're all adults. We've got like Josh and Serenity. They're hanging out today. I hope to God they're having sex, please. I hope they're banging each other. It's their business, right? Again, two people from the community, they hit it off. And now they're together and they're spending the day together, right? So when you're out here making these discussions, okay, you're going to meet some friends for life. You might meet your spouse. You might meet the parent of your child. These things can happen. They have happened. Oh my God. You know, we're sitting here talking about it right now. Congratulations, you two. If you would like to post pictures of it in the Babe Brigade, join the Babe Brigade. If you'd like to post pictures of it in the Babe Brigade, please do so. My wife is very interested to know that baby's name. And my wife says she's also wants to hold that baby. My friend found his girlfriend playing Ark. Anything is possible. Don't try too hard, though. Aries? There you go. I would assume that's a boy name then. I found my ex-wife on Discord. You can also find your exes on Discord. I mean, hey, I've also sat here and personally watched people start to get together and then crash and burn and perish. Many of you guys were here for a part of that too. You guys have seen some of that happen as well. Again, it would be very distasteful for me to throw names out there, but if you guys have been rolling around in the Zeroic neighborhood and our misfit adventures, you know we've come across many different types of people, and some things click, some things don't click, some things click until they crash and burn. It's one of those things, right? Goodbye, Shadow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. So, ultimately, if you guys want to hang out, anybody who's watching this on YouTube right now, if you guys want to hang out, join the Babe Brigade. I'll put a link in the description below. We're all just here to have a good time, right? Great friends, great opportunities for you to meet. I haven't streamed in like 4 or 5 months, and wow, what a turnout today. You all showed up just to hang out. And that's the thing too. Like most of these people here, we're already in the Babe Brigade, so it's not like, oh my God, Zero, I haven't seen you in so long or whatever. Like we probably chatted yesterday or something like that. Like, I don't know what it is you guys are used to from watching other streamers, but whatever it is you think it's going to be when you join the Babe Brigade, it's not. It's just not going to be that way. And that's, again, it goes back to the conversation of we've seen what other people do, and we're like, how do we do this better? How do we make ourselves different? And, man, I just felt good today because it's one of those things where I'm confident in who I am and who we are and what we do. And if some people have a way of thinking about it and it's easier to point the finger and blame somebody else and change isn't possible for them, then go for it. If they want to brand themselves enemies and try to like hurt others involved, that's where I draw the line, right? Y'all can be mean and hate me as much as you want, but when you start trying to like tear apart our home or anything like that, that's where it's like, okay, now mentally I can just like, we're done here. And it's such a relief because I don't have to go down the roads of options anymore. That's what you get when you join. Wisdom is the greatest start. So great is the path of love, friendship, and forgiveness. Right? So, we're clocking in at about 1 hour here. I think I'm going to stop this recording. For those, just put a little nice 1 hour update video out on YouTube or anything like that. And, you know, I wasn't planning on playing a video game or anything like that today or anything like that. So, we'll just wrap it up here, I think. So, nice little 1 hour update. Life's been busy. I've not given up on anybody. I've not quit playing games. I've not quit streaming. It's just really had to take a back seat in life because I've got other things going on. But there is another there's a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. You know, some things aren't changing, but some things are going to be coming to an end, and then from there I got to figure out my new schedule, and then maybe we can have a bit of a streaming schedule, so to speak, earlier rather than later, but again, it really just depends. So DBD it is? No. No, I'm not playing no DBD. There's all kinds of games I could stream, and so all kinds of games I'm interested in streaming again. But that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here, y'all. We're going to end the stream. I'm going to upload this thing to YouTube for those on YouTube that are subbed to me and maybe haven't joined the Bay Brigade yet and kind of just want to know what happened. Still lots of great things on the horizon. It just takes time. Just takes time with how busy we are. But thank you so much, y'all. Join the Bay Brigade if you haven't already. And link in the description below. I appreciate everybody stopping by today. It's been like 4 or 5 months since I last streamed, and wow, what an amazing turnout. Appreciate you all. So I will see you all next time, or you know, later tonight in the Bay Brigade when we're doing stuff, right? So thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.